Most men believe that earning money alone guarantees wealth. They think a steady job, a paycheck, and a savings account are enough to build independence. They assume hard work alone will protect them from financial struggle. But the truth is far harsher. Most men stay broke their entire lives because they misunderstand money, follow outdated rules, and ignore the systems that actually create wealth. They confuse activity with progress, busyness with growth, and spending with success. Without strategy, without leverage, without discipline, even high earnings fail to generate lasting wealth. They work harder, they earn more, and yet they remain trapped in cycles they cannot escape, unable to turn effort into freedom, and unable to build a financial life that multiplies automatically over time. The first reason men remain broke is instant gratification. They spend what they earn as soon as it arrives, upgrading cars, phones, houses, and lifestyles with every small raise. They confuse temporary comfort with permanent freedom. Every small indulgence compounds into habits that quietly drain resources over years. While income grows, spending grows faster. Money flows out faster than it comes in, and the illusion of wealth hides the reality of financial fragility. Men who chase comfort instead of systems trade freedom for fleeting pleasure, never building structures that multiply their potential. They buy the illusion of status and prestige while ignoring the foundations that truly create lasting wealth. They work for money, but money does not work for them. Every indulgence becomes a silent tax on their future, eroding opportunity without them realizing it. The second reason is lack of financial education. Most men never learn how money truly works, how interest compounds, how assets create leverage, and how systems detach time from income. They follow advice designed for compliance, not growth, believing that saving a little or clipping coupons ensures success. They ignore investment strategies, tax optimization, and business principles that multiply results. They remain dependent on jobs, promotions, and luck, failing to realize that wealth is built intentionally, strategically, and systematically. Knowledge is power, but most men never prioritize learning about money itself. They never study leverage, risk management, or compounding in any meaningful way. They trust outdated rules that limit their growth and keep them trading time for money, month after month, year after year. The third reason is lifestyle inflation. As income rises, spending rises faster. New gadgets, fancier cars, bigger houses, and social pressures create the trap. Men work harder for money, only to spend it immediately on illusions of success. Lifestyle inflation disguises itself as reward, but it silently erodes financial progress. Without conscious control, income increases become liabilities instead of assets. Most men never stop to define a baseline lifestyle or separate spending from growth. They are trapped in the endless cycle of earning and spending, forever chasing fleeting status instead of building permanent wealth. Every raise is an opportunity lost, every bonus a potential wasted, because they upgrade habits instead of multiplying assets. They confuse appearance for progress and consumption for power. The fourth reason is avoidance of risk and leverage. Most men stay broke because they fear failure, investments, entrepreneurship, and uncertainty. They cling to safety, believing stability alone guarantees freedom. But safety does not multiply money, it only preserves it, and in an inflationary world, preservation is not enough. Wealth comes from controlled risk, strategic action, and leveraging resources to create systems that generate income independent of effort. Avoiding risk keeps men employed but financially trapped, trading potential for perceived security. Those who embrace calculated risk, however, multiply opportunity exponentially. Fear of the unknown, fear of mistakes, and fear of rejection ensure mediocrity. The comfortable remain comfortable, while the courageous build unstoppable financial engines. The fifth reason is lack of systems and automation. Most men earn money only when they work for it. Their time is traded directly for income, leaving no space for scaling or compounding. They never build businesses, investments, or frameworks that operate without constant supervision. Systems turn labor into leverage, habits into compounding results, and effort into predictable wealth. Without systems, progress is slow, fragile, and dependent on external circumstances. Men who fail to structure their financial lives remain reactive, stressed, and perpetually vulnerable to setbacks and crises. Every day without systems is effort lost, potential wasted, and time surrendered. The rich do not trade hours for dollars. They build structures that earn, multiply, and scale, independent of attention. The sixth reason is poor mindset and limited vision. Most men think small, settle for mediocrity, and measure wealth by comparison to peers rather than freedom and opportunity. They allow fear, doubt, and external validation to dictate decisions, shrinking their potential. They focus on immediate survival or temporary pleasure instead of long-term impact. They mistake activity for growth and busyness for progress. A limited mindset ensures a limited life. Only those who cultivate a growth-oriented, disciplined, and strategic mindset can escape the trap and create lasting wealth. Mindset transforms decisions into leverage, perspective into strategy, and discipline into results. Without it, no amount of money, skill, or opportunity can change a man's financial trajectory. The seventh reason is ignoring personal development and skills. Most men fail to invest in themselves, relying solely on their job or inherited opportunities. Their earning potential is capped by knowledge, networks, and capability. Skills, relationships, and expertise create leverage that money alone cannot buy. Without mastery, opportunity passes unnoticed, deals are lost, and systems fail to scale. Men who neglect growth remain dependent, reactive, and financially stagnant, even if income temporarily rises. Personal development is the ultimate hedge against stagnation and mediocrity. It compounds quietly over time, multiplying influence, insight, and results beyond what any paycheck can achieve. Breaking free from perpetual financial struggle requires awareness, discipline, and deliberate action. It begins with understanding why most men fail and then building structures that operate independently of income. It requires defining baseline lifestyle, escaping instant gratification, investing in systems, embracing calculated risks, acquiring high-value skills, and automating growth. Freedom is built, not earned. Income without strategy, habits without structure, and knowledge without application guarantees financial stagnation. Those who understand the rules, work strategically, and act deliberately escape the cycle. They prioritize leverage over labor, creation over consumption, and systems over comfort. Every man who understands why most stay broke takes responsibility for his financial destiny. Awareness illuminates traps. Discipline structures behavior. Systems amplify effort. Skill multiplies opportunity. Mindset transforms choices into leverage. With deliberate action, temporary setbacks become lessons, income becomes a building block, and every day compounds toward freedom. Most men remain trapped because they never act deliberately, never build strategically, and never see the invisible mechanisms controlling their lives. Escape is available, but only for those willing to understand, adapt, and execute relentlessly. Every decision compounds. Every skill multiplies. Every asset grows.